Hi, stamping friends. It's Marilyn with Stamping Creations with Marilyn coming to you on this Thursday evening, October 28th from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. Today was a sunny, fairly nice day in our part of the world, part of the province, whatever. But the forecast, if we can trust those guys, it doesn't look like it's going to be great from now on in. They're talking snow along the foothills, which we aren't too close to. And we just hope it doesn't come to stay here kind of thing. So welcome. I see Stacy there. I see Gail. Good. You found me. I must be in the right place. So thank you. Glad you could join me. I do have a treat holder that I'm going to show you to make tonight. Different than last week's, but I will show you a couple that I've done up from last week as well. And I will show you a new bundle that is available to us as demonstrators. Some of you on here are demonstrators, so you probably have it already, but I am quite excited to be working with it. So I will be doing that in the next few weeks as well. As of November 2nd, which is next week already, yes, we're at the last week of October. November 2nd, customers can buy this suite. And the paper, hi Linda, Catherine, the paper in this suite and the gems are only available while supplies last. So if you are interested in those, please shop right away on November 2nd, because it would be terrible to not get them. They are beautiful. I will show you some of those. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what's on my desk, talk a little bit more about things there. Hello, Diana. And while I'm doing that, the one thing that I usually try and have a question for you to chat amongst yourselves with, or to leave me comments. Hello, Karen. I love your comments, by the way, and I do put your names all in for a draw for the craft that I create. I will send to you the following week. So, and if you don't send me your address or contact me, I have no way of reaching you. So last week, Susanna did not reach out to me, so I do have that card here as well. I don't have it downstairs here with me, but I do still have it. So I think maybe tonight we'll make 2 draws at the end. So just stick around for that. But there is a new stamp set also coming out in the catalog that if you, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you could register for on stage. And if you did, you could get what's called a swag bag. So that's an extra amount of dollars, but it's extra things. And the stamp set for that will be in the catalog. I did not get it, but I've seen copies of it, and I just want to share with you some of the words on it. It's called In the Moment. It has some beautiful images that you can color. And one of the ones that really, after what we've been through, of course, with COVID and everything, really struck home. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. So my question to you tonight, hello Roz, is what do you do if you could have whatever choice you had without any restrictions? What do you do to relax? So let me know that as I'm going to turn the camera down, and for a moment you do get to see the other side of my room. Try not to make you dizzy, and show you my desktop. So to relax, for me, I'll share mine with you. I go for a massage once a month, and for me that is the ultimate. The gal that I go to, that looks like it's working. The gal that I go to is amazing. She will talk and chat with you if you want. Otherwise, she will just let you lay there and make your muscles relax. So it's a great thing to do. Diana, stamping always relaxes me. Yes, that too. I enjoy my stamping table. But please put your comments in. I will go back. If I can't read them all and comment as we're going, I will go back and read them after for sure. I have a new host code. If you're shopping with me, I love having you as a customer. If you don't already have a demonstrator, that's my new code for the month. Eden's Garden, as I mentioned earlier, is the suite that will be available November 2nd for customers. And it comes with a stamp set and a die set as a bundle, so you get the 10% off. And then it comes with paper, designer series paper, cotton paper, and garden gems. And those are the three things that are only while supplies last. So if you're interested in them at all, be sure and mark your calendar for November 2nd. So I do have, I'll just show you quickly some of the paper. This is the cotton paper, and it's 2 different shades of green. There are 10 sheets in here, so 5 of each, I'm assuming. And it's a little bit thicker, heavier than tissue paper. I've seen some things done actually on the, I'm assuming that this bow is made with it. I think I've read that somewhere. Any of you, I know a number of you on there are demonstrators. If you've seen anything different with that, let me know, or let us all know. And the paper on the glitzy side, I'm going to call it, all has gold. So there's a little bit of gold there. I love this one. A little bit on there, more on that one, that one. This one is just about all gold. This one has little tiny dots of gold. And then that's the second sheet. And then on the flip side, they are more subtle. As you can see, there's still greens. And I didn't look it up. They did not put on the back of this one what colors are in here, but definitely it's evening evergreen and soft succulent and white. Maybe that's it. Maybe they want you to guess. I don't remember. Somebody did post it, but I don't remember where it was, and maybe it will be given to us at one point. So those are the lighter, more subtle shades. So a beautiful set. The dies, no, this is a stamp set. The stamp set has different words that are, again, very meaningful for us after what we've been through, sending hugs, dear friend, how are you? How often do we think that? And now we have a stamp set, we can send that. The dies are kind of an oval, but you don't have to keep them that way. There is a one for words. This one is for an edging, which I have a sample that I have done, and this is the edging on it. So it works great for that. And the die is the distinctive, or the die, I keep calling it a die, sorry. The stamp set is the distinctive one. So it does this shading without you doing anything else. And hello there, I did these on the Stamparatus. I did this particular card for my team swap. So some of my gals, if you're on here, if you haven't received it, you will. And then the garden gems, which were back ordered, and yes, back ordered for us as demonstrators already. But I was able to order them, and you can see, maybe, I can see that these little guys look like they're almost the evening evergreen, but there's a touch of red in them for some reason, which is kind of neat. And then these are gorgeous, gorgeous crystals, I'm going to call them. So definitely a great set to have. Okay, what else did I need to let you know? Christmas card class, I have one more coming. Last day to register is November 10th, and it is virtual. It will be online. So I will have the link to it above this video, as well as my social media, my newsletter, all that kind of stuff. If you haven't signed up for my newsletter, you might want to hop on over and do that, because I am doing 12 weeks of Christmas ideas. We have already passed week 5, believe it or not. But there's lots of great things happening there. So I'd love to share that with you. So tonight I am going to make and show you how to make this little treat holder. It's done with one piece of cardstock cut at, I didn't write this down, I've cut them all and they're here. I believe it's, just a sec, I happen to have one that's, well, never mind. You know what? I do have it down right here. There you go. One at 11 by 3, and it's scored at 1 1/4, 2, 3 3/4, 4 1/2, 7 3/4, and 8 1/2. The DSP for the front of it is 2 3/4 by 2 1/4. And just trying to see. I do have it at the top of this description, who I copied it from, cased it from, so you can go and see. But it's quite a neat idea. So I have made, and I'm going to show you the bunch of them afterwards. I have made 10 of them to give out to our little trick-or-treaters. And as I mentioned to you last week, I'm doing the one we did last week for our 3 grandkids in the city. So I don't have a lot of it left, but this is the paper that I used here. And this is what I have left in my package. So I'm pretty proud of that because I don't often use all of my designer paper. So for my words on that one, I used Banner Year, which has a variety. I love this kind of set because you can do lots of different things. I do have one Christmas treat holder done with words out of here as well. So it is very versatile. And the designer paper is 6 by 6. It's still available. I just don't think I'll get more because, well, obviously Halloween's just about here. So hopefully you're all geared up for that wherever you are. So what I have been doing a lot of lately with my scoring is using my scoreboard. And especially for this one, when we've got so many different score lines, it was perfect to be able to put my markers where they went. And then for my 10 that I made, and for this one, I can just quickly score them like such. So, like I say, it didn't take long to go through all 10 of those and get them done. Then the everyday label is what, sorry, I can't remember her name, but anyway, what she used. So at the end where you've got 1 1/4 and then the 2, if you put that in your punch all the way, you'll notice that those 2 lines are right at the center. Line it up side to side and punch. And that is your hole that you have to hold your treat. And I didn't use those, but I did use that punch to make a lot of other images. I don't have my tear and tape out here. So then her instructions again, and I did follow them, were to do valley and mountain folds. And I did this with my team the other night, and we had quite a discussion on how you decided if it was valley or mountain. So that one is the only valley. The rest of them, she called them mountain folds. And again, when I did the 10 of them, I didn't worry too much about which way they were folded. I just made sure I folded all of the score lines. And even if it was the wrong way, I could refold it because your cardstock is pretty forgiving, obviously. So basically what's going to happen, this is going to go over here, and this is going here, and you need, of course, a tab to hold it, and that's it. So you need something strong, and you know what, guys, I did try the Seal Plus, and I'm looking for advice on that one. I tried it on a couple of things recently, and I really struggled because it tore my cardstock. Have any of you had that happen? And if so, what did you do to not have it happen? Please share, and share with all of us, because like I say, I was pretty frustrated, and that doesn't happen often. So I'm going to put this, try and keep it in the camera here, around like this, and I want this to be square, so it, well, not that it has to stand up, but I think it would. And I want this edge to be square. So what I did, and oh, this is maybe not going to work, but there, I'll move it up there. I started with my, just a minute here, what did I have? My edge at, 1 3/4. So the bottom of my, that's still not working, is it? There. The bottom of my box at 1 3/4 here. Then I laid this down so that it was at, the fold was at the edge over here. So it turned out being the rectangle. Then on this side I basically lined it up, and of course my tear and tape is only on this bottom piece here, and there it goes. So for me, being a little OCD, I needed to have that to line up. So once I had that done, I have a piece of designer paper that I'm going to just decorate with on the front. I have some glue on my paper, I see. That's not part of the project, but I'm sure you know how that happens. So I did one without much on there, and it needed a little something. So then I have my pad so I can stamp. I'm going to stamp in Memento, just in black. My front is going to say, "A treat so sweet." And I'm going to stamp for the inside, "Happy Haunting." And they probably could have both gone on that one piece of paper, but I don't want to push my luck. So again, I used my Everyday Label Punch, and it is perfect for lining up in the center there. Hi, Rhonda. Did see your name come up. Welcome. Good you could join us. So I didn't see if any of you have answered, but my question recently, first of all was, tell me what you do to relax. What if you had no limitations, what would be your favorite thing for relaxing? My question recently was, have you had any trouble with using the Seal Plus? I tried it the other night on a project, and it kept pulling a layer of my cardstock off, and I just finally gave up and used liquid glue, I think it was. So then I'm going to just add, for interest's sake, a couple of the bats. And believe it or not, when you look at that, it looks like he's all black, but look at, he's got the cutest little face, if you can call a bat cute. I don't know if any of you have seen them live. I have, and they're certainly not cute in my world. But, and I'm struggling, my ink pad I think needs some re-inking, because when I do that, you can see, can you see that in what you're watching? Right here behind his head is not inked. So it's lucky it's a photopolymer and I can catch that before I actually stamp it. So I did those two. I decided to put the Happy Haunting one just on the inside. So I'm going to use my liquid glue and do that. And look at that, I've got some black on the back there, so probably off of here. Just be careful. And I didn't put it straight, I just put it like that. And then for this one, okay, I used dimensionals, and because I want it to tuck underneath, and again, I wanted this to be square, what I did was placed it where I wanted it. So you can see, I have to say I struggle with, for exact same reason. Okay, well, it's not just me then, Karen. Okay, I hate it when something doesn't work like that, so I'll keep trying and see if I can figure something out. But another reason why our liquid glue has become so popular, I think. So I did that. I put my dimensionals there, and then hopefully it's up far enough so that the greeting does hide the dimensionals. I am going to hold this in place again with it where I want it. And I'm just going to attach my greeting layer here. And as most of you know, if you don't push it down too hard, even on dimensionals to begin with, you can pick it up and move it. And that looks to me like it's pretty straight. I can push right here on the dimensionals, and there is my treat package. So now we have to put something in it. Okay, I don't have any extras, but I'll show you what I have in these others. I have managed to put 2 of these little chocolate bars in each one. So to me, that's perfect. We have, because of the area we live in, we don't usually have a lot of little ones that come. But I thought for this year, I would do this. So see, I was busy. I've got different designer paper because I ran out of my Halloween paper. I'm using that party place, party planner, whatever that big one is at the back of the catalog. I thought it was kind of bright and cheery and went with the orange. And I've also, because again, just wanting to let everybody know that everything's safe, I've put my sticker on the back of it. And whether they read it or not, it doesn't really matter, but I've done my part. So that's what we're going to hand out here. And if we get more than 10, I think last year we had, 8 or something? Like it wasn't lots. So do you guys do packaging for your Halloween kids? Do you have many kids? I think we talked about that before, but anyway, I was quite tickled with them, and once I got things figured out, it didn't take long to do them. So this is one other one that I did without designer paper yet. I may still do it. The same stamp set, used Christmas wishes, but I put in one of the bigger, and I do have another one here. These are from the dollar store, so they're 2 for $1.50, I think it was. And I did fold over the edge, but it does fit in that same. So you can see that there's quite a bit of room to put in there. Other things I think you could put in probably, where's that one that's open? It's quite open. You could probably do like a tube of lipstick, lip gloss kind of thing, maybe some hair ideas. Pencils wouldn't work very good unless they're maybe the golfing pencils, I guess. But just come up and list for us some ideas, because we always like to share those kind of things. So I'm going to go back to, and like I say, I will go back and read all of your comments, of course. But go back to last week's. This is the one that I had done earlier. So it does have, I think on the kids I think I got 8 little chocolate bars in there. So it does hold quite a bit. So that one I did in Christmas. And then for R3, I did these using the wild and wonderful paper. Not that they're wild. I'm not indicating that at all. It's just, again, I had to come up with something that I could use. And I was quite tickled with how they turned out. And I think, knowing them, I am going to still write their names on them so that there's no arguing after they get them to whose is what. But you can see, like I say, I think I put, because the boxes that I buy have 4 different kinds in each box, I think I picked through and picked 8 of them to go in each one. And the only downside, if there is such a thing, is that this paper is right side up, but when you turn it over, it's upside down, because I just, again, if you recall, just turned it like that. So that is my finished ones there. Yes, I will give away the one that that I made last week in the draw very shortly. But before that, I want to show you a few cards that I've received. This one is from a friend of mine in Prince George. I just love how she has utilized designer paper, some little stickers, and then the fold and the belly band for it. This one and the next one are from my downline, and again using designer paper. And I don't have this one with the cutout circles. So what a great way to show off that paper, hey? So that was a swap from Lorene, and this is a swap from Bonnie. Love using the cork, and we did this one in our Zoom Friday class Bonnie taught last week, and I have a couple more of those, so I will certainly be making more too with the cork. And if you follow my website, I did again today, that's twice I've done it, and hopefully by the end of next month I'll do it again, is showcase the cards that I get in my swap from my team. It's they are not limited to only Stampin' Up! Products. I just want them to stamp and be happy with it. So I am encouraging them to share whatever, and they're doing a wonderful job. I love how they're doing it. So I think that is all that I have to share with you tonight. I will be sharing this over on YouTube. So I am requesting that if you haven't, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel over there. We're, as you probably know, we've experienced a few Facebook glitches, and we're trying to, a number of us are trying to do more on YouTube with hopes that it's not going to happen over there, but who knows. Actually, when I opened Facebook tonight to start getting ready, there was a big blurb about the new name that Facebook, not the apps that we're using on the phone and the iPad, but the actual Facebook website is going to start with that new name. So again, we've got more new things to learn. So this is the one I did last week, you might recall. And I am going to bring my iPad over where I have all of your names listed. And I am going to spin for this one. And again, got some lights happening, but you can still see the name, I hope. So there you are. Let's go. I'm trying not to shake, honest. So Peggy, please send me your address and I will get that in the mail to you. You can message me, follow me on any of the social media things, and there is a link to reach out to me. So I'm going to remove Peggy's name, and I'm going to spin a second time for last week's card, because like I say, I never heard from Susanna. So, and there is Sylvianne. Send me your address, please, and I will send the card to you. So thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween weekend, and I will look forward to seeing you next week in November for my next Facebook Live. Take care. Bye now.